We'll do it live!
Fuck it, we're doing it live. There's no turning back. Oh, wait, I looked behind me.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the new Let's Play. Mag Sam's Let's Play Golden Sun 2. The Lost Age.
When will we find the age?
I'm RM2K Mitty, and with me is Deathtron Hammer.
Sorry for ruining his thunder, the joke was right there!
Confusingly, this game is called Book 2, but on the cartridge it's labeled Lost Age. I think the ball was dropped during translation. I haven't looked into it too carefully.
Like, maybe they're talking about the lost continent, lost country, the lost period of time, I don't know.
So if you watched our last Let's Play of Golden Sun, you'll know that this is the second part of the story. Basically, these are one game, but they decided to split it into two and charge us twice.
It's like Pokemon, but instead of getting your monsters from one game to the other, you just get this sense of you've been ripped off.
Yes. So, what we're going to do now is transfer our data from the last Golden Sun. Surprise, surprise, we're using the Game Boy Advance player for GameCube. You all knew that if you've been watching. We don't use emulators.
Except for our hearts. We emulate your human feelings.
So we're back to the original Golden Sun. Confusingly.
Before the age got lost, right?
Yes. You'll notice there is no transfer setting. None whatsoever. Where the hell is the transfer feature? I had to look it up. Hold down the R button. Press the left arrow. Press B. There's your transfer feature.
What?
And you get and you pick which save file you want. See, there's another way to do the transfer. You can use a code. And there's like 4 different degrees of the code. And you have to manually enter letters and numbers until you get all the data transferred. That's a pain in the ass. I got a link cable for Game Boy Advance. I'm just going to cable it over. It'll be all the data all at once. It's really easy. It was totally worth it. So now we'll go back to the other game and I'll show you it from the other side.
So I wouldn't even call it Book 2.
Yeah.
The first game's plot was what? A pamphlet? Like...
Kind of pitiful, actually, yeah.
Isaac went here, did this, rode a boat across the sea, saved Hammett, went to Babby, Babby said, help me. Okay, then they went to his lighthouse, the end.
And the ground shook a lot, and they were lost at sea.
And Sheba.
And Sheba. New game.
You can change Felix's name.
Yes, you can change his name. Even though you have his name from the previous game, they're going to let you change his name just for the hell of it.
Could you change his name to Buttlord?
Yes, you could change it to Buttlord if you really wanted to.
Do you want to?
No.
Oh.
That'd be ridiculous.
Well, think about it. You're rewriting a piece of the universe that what was once Felix has forever, like, the universe has been rewritten, memories have been altered to always think that his name was Buttlord.
Alright. He's Felix. Transfer data from Golden Sun. Yes. Check your method. I'm not going to use the password, obviously. That's a waste of time. So I'm getting on my Golden Sun, my Game Boy Advance. Nintendo Game Boy Advance. Nintendo Game Boy Advance. Use a password along with your saved quest? No.
Are you sure it's the Nintendo Game Boy Advance, not the Philips Game Boy Advance?
I'm cursed. This is correct. There's our old party. and you can look up details and everything, but there's really no point.
But
You can rename Isaac if you want.
you can rename him to No! Ages ago, or so the stories tell, the power of alchemy ruled over the world of Wayard.
I didn't know it was called Wayard.
Neither did I. Weyard.
I had to click. Sorry.
Oh.
I thought I was going to scroll on
He
its
was
own.
catching his breath. Alchemy wrought the base of elements of humanity into thriving civilizations, like lead into gold. But, in time, man's dreams gave birth to untold strife. Dreams of endless riches or of eternal life, or dominion over all that lived. Dreams of conquest and of war. These dreams would have torn the world apart if not for a few brave and wise men who sealed away the power of alchemy deep in Mount Aleph's soul sanctum.
That's a cool background. I like that one.
Prologue from Book 1.
Now they're going to tell us in text form everything we just did in the last game. So if you haven't watched the Let's Play, you can watch this instead. If you want. Or you could actually watch the whole Let's Play. Your call.
The town of Vale guarded the secret for many years until Isaac and Jenna, whose parents died in a storm 3 years ago. Not his parents, only his father. His father, Kyle, died 3 years before it disturbed the sanctum. Saturos and Minardi of the Mars clan followed them into the sanctum. With them traveled Jenna's brother, Felix, thought lost in that same tragic storm.
I'm going to do the next one.
Sure.
Saturos and Minardi stole the elemental stars, the keys to breaking the seal on the power of alchemy, and kidnapped Jenna and the scholar Creighton, who is somehow important to this. If these 4 jewels were used to fire the elemental lighthouses, the seal of alchemy would be broken. Seal on alchemy would be broken.
Isaac and Garrett set out to stop Saturos, rescue their friends, and return the elemental stars to their home in Soul Sanctum. They banded together with a young wind adept named Ivan and pursued Saturos and Minardi to Emil, a Winterlock town near Mercury Lighthouse.
There, they met a guardian of the lighthouse, a water adept named Mia. With her, they pursued Saturos to an eerie height atop Mercury Lighthouse. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Isaac was too late to stop Saturos from the lightning the beacon and escaping. Again, Isaac chased him, crossing the Angara to the shores of the Cargo Sea.
Taking passage on a troubled ship, Isaac crossed the Caragol to Tolby. He spoke with Tolby's leader, a strange man named Babby. Babby entered Isaac in Colosso as a test of his powers. Isaac's synergy won Colosso and earned him Babby's trust. Babby revealed a great secret to Isaac.
Thanks to the mystic draft from the lost land of Lemuria, Babby had lived for 150 years. He offered to help Isaac, who then headed to Gonduin, deep into Gonduin. In the town of Lalivero, Isaac learned that Saturos and Minardi had kidnapped a young girl named Sheba, whom they needed within the lighthouse.
Isaac fought and defeated them atop the lighthouse, but he was too late. The beacon had been lit. A great cataclysm followed. Sheba fell into the sea. Felix jumped in to save her. He could have been Buttlord. Buttlord jumped in to save her. But both were lost in the rolling waves. Jenna left the lighthouse to find them, but to no avail.
Isaac went to Lolivera, where Babby had asked him to find Lemuria and the remaining lighthouses. He gave Isaac a Lemurian ship and to make the journey into the Lost Land. And stuff. This chapter of our story begins with Jenna, just before the beacon on the lighthouse had been lit.
So there's a lost continent. Maybe the lost age is hiding on the lost continent. No one would look there. Would you look there?
I wouldn't look on the lost continent. It's lost. How would you find it?
Camelot presents.
I'll leave the Game Boy on good note. Okay. I think it's a pretty cool graphic for a Game Boy Advance game.
That is clever, I will admit.
Considering it's mostly 2D on this system. There's like very limited 3D. Huh. Are you sure we should be leaving like this? Once we go down those stairs, we can't get back into the lighthouse. Maybe I should have stopped my brother.
Jenna, is something troubling you?
I just...
What is it? What's wrong?
I have a bad feeling. Like something terrible is going to happen. How unlike you, Jenna. Surprised to see me?
Alex, were you listening?
Where's Felix? Why isn't he here with you? My brother, he left us. What can Felix be possibly thinking?
He was worried about Sheba. He went to check on her.
He was supposed to be leading you out of here. I thought you would have been far from this lighthouse by now. But why are you all still here?
We tried to stop Felix from going back up to the area.
How like him. Once Felix gets an idea in his head, he really changes his mind. Alex, what were you talking about just now? What did you mean when you said, how unlike you? I was merely surprised to hear you expressing such concern, Jenna. Nevertheless, I'm impressed that Felix went back. Don't change the subject. Alex, what do you mean? Are you saying that I'm insensitive? If that's what you heard, then I must have misspoken. Accept my apologies.
Well, Jenna, I think Alex has said his piece on the matter.
I'm not sure he has, Creighton. Who do you think you are, talking to me like that? I retract my statement, my dear. Forget all about it, Jenna. So tell me about this feeling, Jenna. I'm just not sure we should be leaving Venus Lighthouse yet.
What are you saying?
You can't really mean to remain here.
Alex is right. It's far too dangerous, Jenna. We would only hinder the others.
The others? Did Isaac follow us to the lighthouse?
It would seem so.
He must be trying to stop Saturos and Minardi. If my brother goes back and finds Isaac, they're going to end up fighting. The Venus Lighthouse has not yet been lit. Yes, they will fight.
Felix is a terribly rash young man, is he not?
Why are boys such fools?
He may be rash, but Felix is no fool. His good qualities outweigh his bad.
And that's why I think Isaac would understand if we just talked to him. Why didn't I think of this before now? Please, can't we go back up and talk to Isaac? I'm afraid that's not possible. Alex, why? He is an enemy. Isaac, an enemy? Our methods may differ, but you and I ultimately want the same thing.
To light the elemental lighthouses.
Isaac and his friends would prevent this from happening. So that makes them enemies? But fear not, they will not be able to defeat Soteros and Minardi. So Felix went back to the top of the lighthouse.
Why do you seem so pleased, Alex?
Why shouldn't I be? After all, the lighthouse will soon shine brightly once again. Alex, why do you want to see the beacon lit so badly? Oh, so it's my turn to answer questions, is it? Once alchemy was commonplace throughout the world. With its power, mankind worked wonders across the land.
The lost age of man.
I want to see that world restored once again. And what, Alex? We've spoken long enough already. Let's continue this another time. We should leave the lighthouse now before the beacon is fired.
I concur. Let's meet at the location we agreed on, and wait for Felix.
Alright, Kraden, let's go. It's kind of odd you're starting while the other game's still ending.
Yeah. Isaac and his crew's going up while you're currently going down.
So I'm currently playing Jenna.
Just Jenna.
She has no synergy, no genies to speak of.
And she's only level 5.
So you can go to other areas of the lighthouse, but it's completely pointless.
And you can't go visit Isaac.
Nope, they're not going to let you up. The treasure chest is full again. The door was right here. Birds.
Aren't there also, like, dead or dying guards out here?
There they are! Get them!
You didn't send us to stand guard here, but...
I never thought we'd actually run into them.
Scoundrels! What have you done with Sheba?
Return her now, you're really gonna regret it.
Aren't there supposed to be more of them?
Huh? Maybe they're just the first ones to come out.
Great. That means we've got them outnumbered.
Could probably take them, you know? You think?
Go fish the other Toby soldiers still chasing Olivero.
You know how far away Lalivero is? Yes, sir!
We'll go tell the guys in the caves.
You got it, boss.
How unfortunate. It looks like an ambush. What should we do, Jenna?
What do you mean? Look around, we'll have to fight them. Are you serious? Jenna, are you really prepared to fight all these men? We don't have any other choice. We have to... Well then, allow me to shoulder some of your burden.
Burden?
We regroup along the road leading away from Lalivera. Do you understand? No?
It's quite simple, Jenna. The meeting place is in the direction opposite Lalivero.
Follow the road west, take the path down through the canyon to the cave. On the other side of that cave, you'll find a small peninsula called Itajima. We'll meet there. Thankfully, only those workmen block your route. And fortunately,
they don't look too tough.
Hello, we can hear you!
That's just plain rude!
Why don't the two of you escape and leave the Tolby soldiers to me? The two of us? Alone? You can use synergy, can't you, Jenna? Yes. Then you'll do fine. We shall reconvene at the peninsula.
You think you can take on Tolby's finest on your own, little man?
I do not wish to inflict unnecessary bloodshed.
I don't wish to... What's that supposed to mean?
If you lay a hand on these two, I assure you, you'll be made to regret it. By advancing, I assume you mean to fight? Permit me to strike the first blow. They're just standing there letting him do it.
What was that?
I don't know. Whatever he did, it's out of our league.
You guys deal with him. Till backup arrives.
Oh, so you're next. Hey, no need to worry about us.
We're not soldiers. We're not anybody.
Seriously, there's no way we're gonna face off against you.
Let's get out of here.
Thanks, Delaney. How undignified. And how shameful. Jenna, now's your chance to go to Itajima and wait for me. I'm not finished with you yet. You mentioned backup from Lalivero? Let's go meet them together, shall we?
Hey, pal, when I get here, you'll really be in for it.
Do you honestly believe that even 100 of you could stop me? How amusing. This I must see.
They're gone. Come on, Jenna. Let's be going. There's nothing standing in our way now.
But
what is it now? Oh, you're worried about hurting any innocents?
yeah,
Well, just try to hold back when you're fighting. Let's get going to the peninsula.
oh yeah, she can run. Why do I gotta be the one to wait for backup? Yeah, please let me go. Hey, that scary guy's not, but the blue hair is not with you.
Ruh-roh.
Great. Now you'll see what I'm really made of. Ruffian appeared. She's got like a magical girl staff. Does she have any synergy? Yeah, this is pretty good.
Boom and flare.
One hit. Ugh, I can't believe I got beaten by a girl. A magical girl.
Watch them! Oh there, where'd the blue-haired guy go? Who cares? I can handle some girl and her grandpa.
You're gonna beat up a little girl and a grandpa. That's dignified.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have underestimated her.
No, you shouldn't have. There's like barriers in the way. You can't get over to the other part of the cave. You can only get down here.
Oh, to prevent, like, going where Isaac went?
Invisible walls. Ha, that was a good idea. Waiting for them.
You two aren't going anywhere.
Except with us. Back to Master Eodem. It's weird as these guys are the good guys from the last game.
I know,
But now you're fighting them. It's like you've swapped sides.
Before that was Eodem's a friend. Eodem's gonna journey with you. Now it's Master Eodem. We're gonna turn you into Master Eodem.
Oh man, there goes my big promotion.
Alright, so maybe you are going somewhere after all.
Maybe I should have eaten a bigger breakfast.
Doop doop doopy.
The Synergy Stone Cave.
Touch them all!
Gotta touch them all. Whoa. Punch Ant. Punch Ant. It has boxing gloves on.
And walks around, gathers food desperately with his ant hands. My, that was invigorating. He wasn't too strong. I never knew fighting could be so much fun. But we better get on to the peninsula.
Jenna checked on the ground. Jenna got a Synergy Stone. Yay! Jenna's PP are maxed out. But the Synergy Stone disappeared.
Oh. Do. This is the place, isn't it?
Yeah.
The peninsula at the end of the road to the west. That's what he told us. This must be Itajima. Minari said a ship would be here. We ought to see if we can find it. Jenna, it's over here. In the little pond thing. At first glance, it seems like a normal ship, but there's something odd about it.
Kraden, wait! I swear, you're like a little kid with a little. You're like a kid with a little toy. New toy, blah.
New little toy.
I wanted to say little so bad, but there was no little in that
I
sentence.
can't tell which part of the boat's the front.
It's like some crazy mast. Hurry up in there! What's wrong?
It's missing.
What are you talking about?
The thingy that makes it go.
What do you mean? What's so important about this thingy?
The boat can't move without it.
That Minardi, she tricked us.
Tricked us?
Yes, by passing this dead boat off on us.
There's no trick. If this boat isn't dead, how did it get here in the first place?
Oh, right.
It must have been an orb. The orb.
What orb?
Don't you remember that crystal Saturos was carrying?
That big black pearl thing?
I'm certain he said he could move the ship with it.
Jenna, Kraden. There you are.
They're standing around talking on a world map.
I know they're like way off scale too. I see you found the boat. We set sail as soon as the beacon has been fired, correct?
Strange.
What is it?
The beacon. It hasn't been lit yet.
You're right. Why is it taking so long? Why hasn't my brother returned? Ooh.
That's the last boss fight. They've done it, Jenna. They've lit the beacon.
What's happening, Creighton? Why won't the ground stop shaking? Strange. I think it might actually be getting worse. I think the lighthouse is collapsing. Look, the ground around it is crumbling.
Mercury, the lighthouse didn't react this way. What makes Venus different?
Whoa. That last tremor tore a rift in the Suhala Range. How are we gonna get back to Gondua now?
Itajima, it's drifting away from the mainland.
But what will happen to us? Now the island is sailing.
The legacy. Yeah, who needs a boat when you have a whole island?
Oh, Creighton. How long will this island continue to drift?
I don't know. I wish you could tell me.
Jeez, you're no help at times like this.
Hey, I'm hungry.
How can you even think about food? I just wonder what happened to my brother.
I can't be certain, but it looks like they lit the Venus beacon.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to tell me that. That's how we wound up adrift at sea, right?
My, aren't you cranky today, Jenna? Well, I suppose you're just worried about Felix.
Isaac and the others must have been at the lighthouse, too.
I suspect you're right.
I miss them. Isaac, Felix. Come with me.
Oh, I just walked a few miles because that's what that...
Yeah, there's something I wish to show you. 5 miles down the coast.
Sheba!
Felix!
Felix!
Sheba!
They're alive.
They really are alive!
What is this, Alex? What happened?
Golden Sun, the Lost Age.